Good morning and Jai Hind, everyone. So today we have to start from question number 3, and it's sixth part. Here you have to find the value of sine 2 cot inverse minus 5 by 12. So how you find its value? So in that case, first you have to assume cot inverse minus 5 by 12 is equal to x. So in this case, here you assume let cot inverse minus 5 by 12 is equal to x, and this x belongs to the range of cot inverse x. Okay, and you know the range of cot inverse x, that means x belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 and except 0. Okay, except 0 means a 0 point is excluded here in between uh, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So you have to write in this way, and then from this result you can write it as cot x. Cot x is equal to minus 5 by 12. Cot x is equal to minus 5 by 12. Now with the help of it, here you find the value of sine x and cos x. Okay, so if you are think about the values for all that function from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 to, that means minus 0, for the range of cot x. Okay, so here you see that the value okay, the sine x is positive in that case, and if you are think about the value of cos x, it be negative. It be negative. So just it be clear that the range of cos x, cot x is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. अरे बाबू मेरा बुक देना 12th वाला. So, with the help of triangle, you can find the value of sine x here. So, the value of sine x, so if you put it in triangle, so here you see that what will be the value of, that means, just wait, yes, 0 to pi. So, cot x belongs to 0 to pi, sorry. Cot inverse x belongs to, here you can write 0 to pi. Okay, so in this interval sine x is positive and cos x is negative in between 0 to pi. So with the help of triangle you can find its value directly. So here if you write it here x, so cos is what, base upon perpendicular, so here you can write minus 5 and here you have 12, so that is 144 plus 25, so that be 13. That be 13. So in this way, here you have the value of sine x. So the value of sine x is 12 by 30, and the value of cos x is minus 5 by 30. Minus 5 by 13 in this given interval. So if you put cot inverse minus 5 by 12 as x, so the required functions becomes sine of 2x, and you know the value of sine 2x can be written as 2 sine x cos x. That can be written as 2 sine x cos x. Now putting the value of sine x and cos x, you will have the value of required function. So what you do in that case, so 2 into, here you can write 12 by 13, yes, and here you write minus 5 by 13. Minus 5 by 13, and that be equal to 120 minus 120 upon 169, and that gives your answer. Minus 120 upon 169 is your answer. So if the function is like that, so first of all you have to assume inverse trigonometric function as x and check it, your function becomes in which form, and you have to apply the formula accordingly, and no doubt you can very easily find its value. Okay, so your next question. Okay, so in this way, here it is, that was sixth part. Now seventh part is uh, tan inverse, sorry, tan, here you have to find 1 by 2 sine inverse 3 by 5. 3 by 5. Here you have to find the value of 1 by tan 1 by 2 sine inverse 3 by 5. So in the same way, here you assume sine inverse 3 by 5 as x. So let sine inverse 3 upon 5 is equal to x. So sine x is equal to 3 by 5. And here you can write x belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. X belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. And what about this one? So from this, that means condition, sine x is equal to 3 by 5. Here you can also find the value of cos x. So that be equal to 4 by 5. By with the help of identity, here you see that the value of cos x is 4 upon 5. So if the value of cos x is known, so your required function becomes tan x by 2. If you put here x, so you have to find the value of tan x by 2. Now you have you learned this identity. Tan x by 2 can be written as within root 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x. Yes, 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x. So putting the value of cos x here, and you can very easily find its value. Okay, so do it fast. So this can be written as under root 1 minus 4 by 5 divided by 1 plus 4 by 5. So that is under root 1 by 5 upon 9 by 5. So 5 is cancelled out. So your result is 1 by 3. So here 1 by 3 is its value. 1 by 3 is its value. So in this way you can find it. Only you have to learn this identity. Tan x by 2 is equal to under root 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x. So putting the value of cos x and you will have your answer. Now come to next part. Next is yes, same type of question here. Tan 1 by 2 cos inverse under root 5 by 3. Under root 5 by 3. So you have to find the value like that. So just I trying to simplify this also. So your next question is tan 1 by 2 cos inverse root 5 by 3. Root 5 by 3. So here that is already the value of cos inverse is given. So only you have to substitute here cos inverse root 5 by 3 as x, and no doubt x belongs to 0 to pi. Okay, so cos x is equal to under root 5 by 3. Root 5 by 3. Okay, cos x is known. So your required function is tan x by 2. Tan x by 2. Now you applying the same identity, under root 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x. Now putting its value, so that be equal to 1 minus root 5 upon 3 whole divided by 1 plus root 5 upon 3. 5 upon 3 and simplifying it. Now taking LCM.
Sir.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, why you have taken tan x by 2?
Okay, this one. Okay, here you assume
Yes,
cos.
sir.
Yes, listen. Here you assume cos inverse root 5 by 3 is x. Okay, and you have to find the value of this one. This is required. you have to find the value of this one, tan 1 by 2 cos inverse root 5 by 3, and here you assume as x, and with the help of this you find the value of cos x here. So it becomes what? If you putting the value of cos inverse root 5 by 3, so it becomes tan x by 2. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tan x by 2, now applying identity within root 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x. By putting the value of cos x and simplifying it, you will have your answer. Okay, so yes, taking LCM. So if you are taking LCM, yes, so you have under root, here you can write 3 minus root 5 divided by 3 plus root 5, and LCM part we cancel out. Now rationalize it. So if you are taking the conjugate of this one, you have 3 minus root 5, and here you have 3 minus root 5 whole square. So overall you have 3 minus root 5 whole divided by 9 minus 5 means 4. So you have 2. So your answer is 3 minus root 5 by 2. 3 minus root 5 by 2. Okay. So in this way, you can find its value. In this way, you have its value. ये वो वाला है क्या? Zoom. Okay. So next question. Now question number 9. You can very easily find the value of 9th part and 10th part. Yes, just I trying to solve this one also. 9th part. So here it is sine pi by 6 minus sine inverse minus root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2. You have to find its value. So what you do? Here you can write sine pi by 6, and you know the formula sine inverse minus x. Sine inverse minus x is equal to minus sine inverse x. So here already you have minus, so it becomes positive. So that is plus, and sine inverse root 3 by 2. Sine inverse root 3 by 2. So here you have sine pi by 6 plus sine inverse root 3 by 2. So first check it, okay, which value of sine gives the value root 3 by 2. So no doubt its value is pi by 3. Okay, sine pi by 3 is root 3 by 2. So you can write sine inverse root 3 by 2 is equal to pi by 3. Now, if you are taking the sum of pi by 3 plus pi by 6, you have sine pi by 2, and sine pi by 2 is 1. Sine pi by 2 is 1. So in this way, you have its value. In the same way, you can also find the value of 10th part or 10th part. So just check it, how you're simplifying 10th. 10th. So here it is given cos inverse minus root 3 by 2 plus pi by 6. So right, cos inverse minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. First you learn all the property related to inverse trigonometric function and also the formula of class 11. So the cos inverse minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2 plus pi by 6. Okay. Now putting its value. Here you can write cos pi minus cos inverse root 3 by 2 is pi by 6. And plus here you can write pi by 6. So here you see that pi by 6 we cancel out, and you have cos pi, and the value of cos pi is -1. So your answer is -1. So in this way, that means third question is completed. With the help of triangle, you can also that means find the value of fourth part. Okay, in first part of fourth, if tan inverse 4 upon 3 is equal to x, then you have to find the value of cos x. So just that means give you a hint regarding the fourth question. You have to solve it by your own. Okay. If you here it is given x, so you have tan x is equal to 4 by 3. So with the help of triangle or identity, yes, find the value of cos x. In the same way, in its second part, cot inverse 1 upon 5 is equal to x. So cot x is equal to -1 by 5. And here you have to find the value of cos x and sin x. So just you see that if you assume cot inverse 1 by 5 is equal to x, okay, so cot x is 1 by 5, but x belongs to open interval from 0 to pi. X belongs to open interval 0 to pi. So from 0 to pi, sin x is positive, no doubt. So here you have to take the positive value of sin x, okay? And cos x becomes negative, so you have to write the value of cos x with negative sign, okay? So do it by yours. In the same way, question number fifth question. Okay, here you have to also find the value of the following. So in first part, here it is given cos sec is inverse x plus cosec inverse x, and mod of x is greater or equal to 0. So what is its value? You know the formula sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Yes, property, you know it. So sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x is equal to pi by 2. So it becomes cos pi by 2, and cos pi by 2 is what? 0. So first part value is 0. So you can say this value is 0. Now come to its second part. Here it is given the product of x, y less than 1 and tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to pi by 4. Then you have to find the value of x plus y plus xy. So just check it how you solve this one. Yes, second part of fifth question. Fifth, second part. Here it is given tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to pi by 4, and the condition is given xy is less than 1. And you know the formula. If tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, the formula for tan inverse x plus tan inverse y for xy less than 0 is tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. 1 minus xy. So you have already this formula. So you're applying here. So write it. Tan inverse. Here you can write x plus y upon 1 minus xy, and that is equal to pi by 4. Okay. So if that tan inverse is to be sent to right side, it is tan pi by 4. And you know tan pi by 4 is 1. So write it. So x plus y upon 1 minus xy is equal to tan pi by 4, and whose value is 1. Now taking cross multiply. So you have x plus y is equal to 1 minus xy, or you have x plus y plus xy is equal to 1. That is required. So in this way, you have the value x plus y plus xy is equal to 1. Okay. So in this way, fifth part is completed. Oh, sorry, third part of fifth question. Here you have to find also find the value of tan inverse x upon y minus tan inverse x minus y upon x plus y. So just check it how you simplify the value. Yes, third part, tan inverse x upon y minus tan inverse x minus y upon x plus y. X minus y upon x plus y. You have to find the value of the complete, that means result. Oh, so just think about this thing. Actually, you have formula tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x minus y upon 1 plus xy. So if you see that formula, your right side, that means in the denominator of right side, here you have 1. Here you have 1. Now think about that. When x becomes 1, when you dividing numerator and denominator by the same quantity x. So in this second term, you have to divide numerator and denominator by x. So what you have in that case, you have tan inverse x upon y minus tan inverse, here you can write 1 minus y upon x divided by 1 plus y upon x. Okay, 1 plus y upon x. So in this way, here you can have tan inverse x by y, and the complete formula can be written as tan inverse x. Here you see that 1 is in place of x and y upon x is in place of y. Okay, so the complete formula is the right side part of the formula tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. So if you applying it, you can write it directly tan inverse 1 minus tan inverse y by x. Tan inverse y by x. You can write it in this way. Okay, you can write it in this way. And now if you open its bracket, that becomes tan inverse x upon y minus tan inverse 1 is pi by 4, so write minus pi by 4 plus tan inverse, yes, that is here tan inverse y by x, tan inverse y by x. Okay, so here that two terms are different. Just I see, just wait. Here there is some mistake in this question. Just wait, beta. Just wait. Just I saw. Okay, and question is correct. So just wait here. Here you not that means actually your denominator, yes, denominator part, your denominator part will be, that means here 1 is to be 1. So you have to divide not by that means x. You have to divide here numerator and denominator by y. That's why you have the similar term just like your first term here, tan inverse x by y. So you have to divide it by y, okay, not x. So here you have tan inverse x by y minus 1. You have to divide numerator and denominator by y. And here you have x upon y plus 1, okay. So in this way, here you have tan inverse x by y minus tan inverse, you can write x by y, and here you have minus tan inverse 1. So it becomes tan inverse x by y, and just tan inverse x by y, and minus tan inverse x by y, and plus tan inverse 1 is pi by 4. So here you see that these two terms we cancel out, and your result is pi by 4. Your result is pi by 4. So that is its simplest form. Okay. So in question number 6, here you have to convert all the function in its simplest form. So what is your aim? Yeah, how you convert the given function in its simplest form when the function is given in such a way? So your that means target is always, that's just if you see that is first part which is given here, tan inverse. So if the inverse function is like tan inverse, okay, so you have to reduce the value of x in such a manner that it is also converted in the form of tan. That's why you can applying the formula for tan inverse tan x. So you know tan inverse tan x becomes what? X. So if your function is cot inverse, so you have to trying to reduce that means the x part, that means the function which we given 1 by x under root x square minus 1 in the form that it is converted into cot. That's why you can applying the formula for cot inverse cot x. So just think about it. Actually, all the rules, what type of situation, that means substitution you have to take for the different function, I shared you in a slide. Okay, just you go through it and note all the informations or the rules which we given on your slide. Okay, and note it. So just I solve it one by one. So in question number 6, first part, here you have to simplify tan inverse 1 upon under root x square minus 1, x square minus 1, and here it is given x is greater than 1. Okay, so what you have to substitute here in place of x so that it is converted into a form of tan. So you know the formula for that, means identity that sec square x minus cosec square x is equal to 1. Oh, sorry, sec square x minus tan square x is equal to 1. You know first one. Or you have the identity cosec square x minus cot square x is equal to 1. Cosec square x minus cot square x is equal to 1. So the cosec square x minus cosec square x minus 1 is equal to cot square x. Okay, so what you put it here, either you have to put in place of x, so either you put x is equal to sec theta, either you put x is equal to sec theta or cosec theta. Okay, so in this way it is very easily converted. So just check it. So here you assume let x is equal to sec theta. So if x is equal to sec theta, so theta is, so you have theta is equal to sec inverse x. So theta is equal to sec inverse x. So your function becomes tan inverse 1 upon under root sec square theta minus 1. Sec square theta minus 1. And you know sec square theta minus 1 is tan square theta. So write it. That is equal to tan inverse 1 upon, that is tan square theta, that be in within root. So you have written here tan inverse 1 by tan theta. And tan inverse 1 by tan theta is equal to tan inverse cot theta. Tan inverse cot theta. Now cot can very easily converted into tan. So in place of cot theta, what you have to write? Okay, so write it. So that can be written as tan inverse tan pi by 2 minus theta. Tan pi by 2 minus theta. Now write it. That is equal to pi by 2 minus theta. Pi by 2 minus theta. Now putting the value of theta. So you have pi by 2 minus sec inverse x. Pi by 2 minus sec inverse x. Okay. And if you applying the formula cosec inverse x plus cosec inverse x plus sec inverse x is equal to pi by 2. So pi by 2 minus sec inverse x is equal to what? Cosec inverse x. So pi by 2 minus sec inverse x is equal to cosec inverse x. So that is your simplified form and is equal to cosec inverse x. So its value is cosec inverse x. So in this way, by putting, means you have to substitute the value of x as a trigonometric function in such a way that it becomes in tan if your outer, that means function is tan inverse. So it be in the form of tan inverse tan theta, your like that. So you can very easily write it as x. Okay. Okay. Now come to that means second part. Yes. In second part, you
Excuse me,
have,
sir.
yes.
Sir, please explain again it. From x is equal to sec theta, I'm not able to get it. How you bring it?
Which one?
Sir, sec theta, how it come?
How it come? Oh, first you go through the, that means, are you seen slide which we shared? Are you seen slide? Tushar?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So first you read the last slide, substitution, and here it is given as function. So for which function,
Yes,
you have to substitute which type of substitution you have to take. Okay. So that be other method.
Okay.
But just listen it. What is your target? Here you have to, here your outer function is tan inverse. Okay. So you have to take the value of x in such a way that it is reduced in a form of tan. If outer is tan inverse, so the inner function is tan. That's why you have to applying the formula as tan inverse tan theta. Okay. Because tan inverse tan x is equal to x. So that's why you know the formula sec square theta minus 1 is equal to tan theta. Sec square theta minus 1 is equal to tan square theta. That's why here we have to substitute x is equal to sec theta. Understand? So theta is equal to sec inverse x.
Yes,
Now put it here. So sec square theta, that is tan square theta. So you can write 1 by tan and 1 by tan becomes cot. Okay. So here you have tan inverse cot theta. So this cot theta is to be written as tan inverse pi by 2 minus theta. Okay. And tan inverse pi by 2 minus theta. So here you have a form tan inverse tan pi by 2 minus theta. That be written as tan pi by 2 minus theta by the formula tan inverse tan x is equal to x. Okay. And x belongs to all the real number. You know that things also. So now putting the value of theta here, which is sec inverse x. Now here you again applying property sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x is equal to pi by 2. So pi by 2 minus sec inverse x can be written as cosec inverse x. So that is your simplest form. In the same way, in its second part, you have to substitute x is equal to again sec theta. Yes, you can substitute it. Either you substitute here sec theta. Yes, put it sec theta and you will have your answer. Or yes, put it sec theta. So sec theta become tan and 1 by tan becomes cot. And cot inverse cot theta is equal to theta. Now only you have to put in the value of theta, means sec inverse x is your answer. Okay. So trying to solve it. Now come to third question. Third part. Third part. In third part, here you have to find tan inverse under root 1 plus x square minus 1 whole divided by x. Here you have, and x not equal to 0. Oh, that not will be not equal to 0. Take. So what you have to substitute here to make it
Tan.
yes, as a function. Yes, if you put here tan, no doubt that root sign may be removed very easily. Yes, substitute it. Very good. let x is equal to tan theta. Who is saying? Jyoti?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So theta is equal to tan inverse x. So theta is equal to tan inverse x. So put it there. So that is equal to tan inverse under root 1 plus tan square theta minus 1 whole divided by tan theta, and is equal to tan inverse that be written as sec theta minus 1 upon tan theta. Convert in sine cos. Yes, convert that in sine cos. So you have tan inverse 1 upon cos theta minus 1 upon sine theta upon cos theta. Sine theta upon cos theta, and is also equal to tan inverse 1 minus cos theta upon sine theta. 1 minus cos theta can be written as 2 sine square theta by 2. Yes, write it here. That is equal to 2 sine square. Yes, right. Tan inverse 2 sine square theta by 2 whole divided by sine theta can be written as 2 sine theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Okay. So 2 cancel. 1 power of sine is cancel. So finally you have tan inverse tan theta by 2. And tan inverse tan theta by 2 is equal to theta by 2. Now putting the value of theta. So you have 1 by 2 tan inverse x. Yes, putting the value of theta. So theta is equal to tan inverse x. So you can write 1 by 2 tan inverse x. So 1 by 2 tan inverse x is your final solution. That type of result, that means questions which be in six part, means all questions are really very important. Why it is important? Because the same type of function is to be given, or you will see in that means differentiation of the function, in the topic differentiation of the function. So if you have given such type of function, and the question is first you differentiate it, and that means so what you do in that case, first you have to make that inverse trigonometric function in simplest form, then you taking differentiation both side. Okay. Otherwise that is so complicated differentiation. If you differentiate it directly, that means your result is so large, and it may not be